Alright guys, welcome to my fourth video on Pneumaticcraft. This one is all about the pneumatic helmet. This is my favorite tool to use in Pneumaticraft. Just all the different things you can do with it. It's just, oh my god. Think of like an Iron Man helmet that you can wear. Basically, we'll start with the upgrades. The entity tracker allows you to find entities. So say if you look for players or mobs or whatever, I'll show you how that one works here in a minute. The block tracker does exactly what it says. You can go look for certain blocks, find certain items. Got some chests over here, and we're going to play a little game real quick. Item search goes with the block tracker, and we're going to play with those a little bit. The coordinate tracker, I need to give myself a GPS just so we can play with that a little bit. The range upgrade, you can add as many of these into the system as you want. I don't suggest putting more than 8 unless you have a supercomputer, because I have a decent computer now, and if I put on 8 upgrades, there's a lot of inventories on, it just goes crazy, and I'll show that here in a little bit too. Security upgrades. This is really cool. What you can do with this when you put on the pneumatic helmet, if there's a security station, which is right here. If you have a security station, I can actually demonstrate that real quick. You have a security station here, you open it up, and you can hack the security station. I'm going to do another video on the security station separately because all the different things you can do with it. I also have to find a willing participant, I guess you could say, to let me hack into their system. So we're going to work with that. And the only way to hack a security station is with the security upgrades. Your security station depends on how many upgrades you have in the security slot. It'll tell you is how many security upgrades you need in your pneumatic helmet. So to hack it, you have to remember to have lots of security upgrades. You're going to want quite a few of those. You're going to want a decent size or a decent amount of security upgrades to make it work. So to start this off, to make the pneumatic helmet, you need 4 canisters and a printed circuit board. So it's really pretty cheap. The only expensive part is charging it. And with 1.2.5, there are not generators or compressors that run off of different kinds of energy. So right now, the most energy you can get in a pneumatic helmet is 5 bars. I'm hoping they're going to change that here pretty soon when they do an update. So first off, you need a charging station to access your pneumatic helmet. So here's my dummy helmet. This is the one I worked on. I'll put the dummy helmet in here, and then you select the inventory. All your upgrades are on the sides. So you got your information like always. Your entity upgrade tells you what your entities do. Block upgrade, you can do a lot of different things with. You have your coordinate tracker, search, and then your helmet status. Right now it's getting 0 milliliters per tick because this isn't hooked up to anything. And the pressure, this can be filled all the way up to 10 bars. You cannot overfill it, it will not explode. So usually you want this as close to 20 as possible so it charges faster. You can also put a speed upgrade into the charging station so it speeds it up. So let's get into it. Let's put on the helmet and let's see what happens. So this helmet right now, look at the inventory, I have a search upgrade, a block upgrade, and 5 range upgrades. Pull that before I lose all my energy. Put it on. And you get this awesome HUD. If you look at the top left, it tells you the different upgrades and stuff you have in it that are installed and that are running. They also changed a few things. Right now I have it. Let's go into the menu. So I'm in the item search upgrade, so you can click up here to enable it. This is new. You used to have to go into the charging station every time to increase and decrease your different items. So if we go like this, put this in here, they put that in there, put that in there, put that in there, and that should be all of them. So I put this back on. If you look at the top left, it'll tell you everything that's found in it. And we're item search, coordinate tracker. Alright, so we're good. So now here's all the upgrades. So say the item search, we want that enabled. The coordinate tracker, we don't want that enabled yet, and we don't want the entity upgrade yet either. So right now we're working with the block tracker and the item search. So the item search is the main one I want to use right now. It's really kind of cool. So right now I have it set to find us diamonds. So search item. So we're looking for a diamond block. So with this setup, I disabled inventories. If you look in here, block tracker, inventories is disabled. So it's telling me right where the diamond block is. So the diamond block's in this chest, so kind of cool. And it distinguishes exactly what kind of block it is. So that's a diamond block. Let's look at some other ones. I also have the diamond. Give it a second, and I found the diamond. So the diamond's in there. And then let's do it one more time. This is just to show how. Let's go with the diamond ore. And it's in that chest. So it tells you exactly where it is. Say if I even take it. And if I drop it on the ground. It tells me exactly where it's at. And the more you have, the brighter it's going to be. I don't know why this is still glowing. It's not in there anymore. But these are a few bugs. See, kind of, I don't know why that's still in there. Maybe because it said it was in there. I'm not sure. But that's a really cool thing you can do with it. You can find items in your chest. The other thing you can do is I enabled inventories. And let's turn off the block tracker. I keep putting the wrong button. So let's disable the tracker. So then, I have the block tracker enabled right now. I'm just looking for inventories. So it's going to show me all the inventories. Not going to tell me hackables, mob spawners, or anything like that. So it tells me there's 56 inventories. Well, I'm only seeing 4. Well, if I turn around, it found all 56. So charging station's empty. Over there, I have those hoppers. There's nothing in the hoppers, nothing in the chest. There is 1 lime wool and 4 machine upgrades, or speed upgrades in there. So it's just kind of cool. You can find everything. If this is in a PvP world, this is your best friend. Because you can find bases, just because everybody uses a chest, everybody uses ME systems. When an ME system is found, your inventories go crazy high, or miscellaneous blocks. That's another thing you can enable. Miscellaneous blocks. I'm not sure if it's going to find any. Nope, doesn't find any. So, but if we go over here, maybe we'll find some. And miscellaneous blocks is like thermal expansion. There's a few different types of things. Oh, you got some inventories over there. Got 6 of them. There's the furnaces that are empty, so you can look and see what's in them too. Like this chest over there, it has obsidian, it has a stop worm. Stop worms and nuke viruses are very important. Those are world gen only, and I will show you those in the security stations. But that's the block tracker that lets you see different things. You saw all the different things. You can do hackables. So say if I grab a security station real quick. It's lagging hardcore because it's saying I have 20 hackables. I'm not quite sure why. But this is what happens when you got so many items and stuff. It starts to really slow down. So we need to turn those off. Off hackables. Oh, it was looking at these right here. Then anything that can have an inventory is going to show up. So let's turn off inventories. Let's see if we can do this. Off inventories, turn on hackables. Nope, it's not going to let me do it. Maybe. Alright, so there's 3 hackables, and for some reason it's laggy as hell. So we're going to turn that off. We're not going to work with hackables. Hackables are just different kinds of things you can hack. Like over here is one of them. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's oh, the item cannon. Item cannon is apparently a hackable item. But this pack is kind of still a little laggy, so you gotta be careful of what you do and how you do it. Like if you have too many of those range upgrades, that can really hurt you a lot. So let's look at a few more of these. So you can look at the ender portals, hackables, mob spawners, miscellaneous blocks. I think the reason the miscellaneous blocks is in there is because when you're flying over a world or something, miscellaneous blocks are silverfish. So if you're on the right biome, you'll see so many silverfish that it can possibly crash your computer. Because I've seen up to 1,500 miscellaneous blocks show up on my HUD. So being able to turn that off is really cool. Being able to turn on mob spawners as well. So if you're trying to find, say, a base or something, you see mob spawners all over. But if you shut that off, that means you can look at just inventory. So this in a PvP world is OP as can be. There is a way to deter it though, and that is the security station. When I go over that video, you'll see why the security station is used to help kind of deter the pneumatic helmet, which is really kind of cool. So let's look at the other upgrades. So we'll shut off the block tracker. And we'll turn on the entity tracker. So the entity tracker will tell you all about the entities. So we don't have any within range because I think the range right now is 30. Alright, so we just zeroed in on that pig right there. It's scanning. I hover over it, and it tells me everything about it. It's currently tracking an entity. It's a pig. It has 100%. And this animal can be breeded. Bred. Okay, I know somebody's going to get me on that, but whatever. So there's a pig. Come over here, and then it'll tell you how many entities it's tracking. Momentarily. Maybe not. Okay, there's a little bit of a bug there. But it tells you everything. So you got another pig, got another horse, got another pig. You can also set this for just mobs. So they have the filter, you can do pig, or at mobs, or however you want to do it. You can set it for just players as well. So if you want to see the player, find the player's name, see what their health is, see their hunger, all that kind of stuff is what you could do. I'm not sure if you can do it now. I don't have a willing volunteer, I guess is the best way to say it, to do it right now. The other cool thing is you can move your stat screen. So if you don't want your stat screen here and say your mini-map's here, and it's too big, you can move the stat screen and it'll click to the side. Say you want it, let's go right out here because it's going to have a drop-down menu. So then that's where it is. So same thing, I always do this, move pressure stat. I always move this down here so I can see what the pressure is because my mini-map is always up here. Just like so. And with the messages really get in the way, so I usually move them down here. And just a lot of new things you can do. This wasn't how it worked before you have had to set all this up from the charging stations. So say if you turn off all these, from what I understand, turn all these off, it won't take any air pressure. So if you know you're in a dead zone or whatever, you can go and shut all these off. And then when you get to your new location, I use this in a PvP a lot, so that's how I use it. I usually have to take the helmet off, put it back on, reinitialize, and everything like that. This way you can just enable it or disable it however you want to do it. So next we'll go over to the coordinate tracker. This is really kind of cool. So we're going to enable the coordinate tracker. We need to disable the entity tracker. Coordinate tracker. Grab that GPS, which is right there. So say we want to click right there. Alright, so now we have it set. So select target. Right, click on wow, this is new. That is new. You used to have a GPS to do this, but now you can just click. So you can set this line. So basically if you're mining, say you're mining way over here and down below, and okay, let's dig a hole real quick. Do this. Go over here. Down below, just a little more. Alright. And it gives you a path exactly how to do it. So you gotta go up here, gotta go up here. So it's kind of a line setup from what I understand. So you can also set target and you can navigate the surface. So say we're down here, down in the ground. And say we navigate to the surface. Apparently that's the surface. That's weird. That's not how that's supposed to work. Let's do navigate to surface. And it works the same way. So it's kind of cool. Let's look at the other menus. So wire navigation. So now it's path. So now it shows you exactly the path to take. Get all the way back up to the spot. It's kind of cool. Tile navigation, wire, X-ray disabled. We're gonna do this, and now you can see the path through the block. So you have extra vision basically. It's really kind of cool. Let's also look at path update normal or fast. So this is really kind of cool. Say if we're over here. Oops. Need to break that. So if I walk back and forth, see how it moves like right away. It's super fast. Or you can do it really low. So say I come over here, it's gonna have a little bit of a delay. And a little longer delay. See, there you go. So this is if you have more of a slower computer, this is a good way to do it. Just put on the slow setting. But if you want to set it up, I just leave it in normal. This normal isn't too bad. Come over here, updates, updates, updates. So it's just a few seconds. So you can kind of change a lot of these different things. Navigation enabled, navigation disabled. So it's the same thing as this button here. So that's the coordinate tracker. It's kind of cool. You can kind of set your coordinates however you want to do it. Just kind of set it up, you know, if you want to be over here or over there. So it's really helpful. Say if you just are mining or whatever, and you need to remember how to get back, this is incredibly helpful. I can see myself using this in a mine a lot. So that's just a few things you can do with the pneumatic helmet. And I believe that is it. Yep. So yeah, if you search items, you can search however many. You can use your NEI, search pretty much anything. I don't have any mods implemented in here, so you can search it that way. From before, you used to be able to search it by mod. So if you're looking for just thermal expansion, or you're looking for just IC2, you can use it for that, stuff like that too. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitch, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Thanks.